Can drones stop school shootings? One startup says they can. The company is called Mithril Defense and the system is called Campus Guardian Angel. Nationwide, demonstrations are taking place in schools like this one in Clute, Texas, near Houston. Basically, it works like this. Say there's a school shooter. Small black drones sitting in ceiling boxes burst free. Indoors, they can move at up to 100 kilometers per hour. The drones fly in waves. In tests, the company says they can break through windows, trigger strobe lights and sirens, and fire pepper gel at a shooter, or physically collide with them to engage or disable them. Campus Guardian Angel says the system is designed to address what security experts often describe as the most dangerous window in a school shooting: the time between the first alert and the moment law enforcement makes contact with the attacker. Tyrone Morrow is in charge of the law enforcement officers assigned to the school district. He found the demonstration promising.
Safety is neither convenient or cheap. So you're either going to pay now or you're going to have to pay later. And the goal is, what price tag do you put on a child's life? And I think it would be a phenomenal piece of equipment because it can give us real-time information real quick. And more importantly, it puts my officer in a better position to tactically be able to respond to an active threat or active shooter on one of our campuses.
According to health policy research organization KFF, a student in school today is far more likely to spend a school year at a school where a shooting takes place than a student was in the early 2000s, nearly 3 times as likely. As that risk has grown, the school security industry has expanded too. From surveillance cameras, metal detectors, and AI-powered threat detection. Many schools also have dedicated police officers, known as school resource officers or SROs. Krzysztof Oborski was himself a former school resource officer. These days, he's the director of tactical operations at Campus Guardian Angel.
This is one of 4 operation centers that we will have here at this location. So in this space, there are 11 seats, so 4 pilots, and then you have 7 TOC members that are controlling different aspects of the communication piece as well as threat trackers.
From operation centers like this, teams are meant to monitor incidents in real time, tracking the attacker's location, relaying information to law enforcement, and communicating with teachers sheltering in classrooms through a dedicated app. A commander ultimately decides whether force should be used. In this case, Oborski.
They are the best drone racing pilots in the world, but they're not law enforcement. They don't have years of experience. So the person in this seat does the articulation of force, if any force, and their job is just to fly the drone.
The system is still in its early stages. Campus Guardian Angel is currently being piloted in Florida schools at a cost of $557,000 to the state, with Georgia next. Founder and CEO Justin Marston has nationwide ambitions.
Gun violence is the primary way, is the number one way that they get killed, both in schools and generally. But every child is much more precious than the dollars that are spent protecting them.
When asked whether drones address symptoms rather than the root cause, Marston is direct. Gun laws are not his fight.
We can continue to talk about and have debates around gun control, but there are so many guns. I don't know that there is some magical answer to that. And it's a fundamental right in America. And so pragmatically, we're just looking at this and saying, hey, that's an important debate. Other people should have that debate. My opinions are relevant to it. But the thing I can help with is stopping lunatics with guns murdering children in schools.
Discussing the gun control situation is also a non-starter in schools, says Ken Trump. He has spent 4 decades as a school security consultant.
The issue of guns has become very politicized, very polarized, and people are in their corners and locked in, and there is no in between in the U.S. politically. The message that I used to always say to parents and still say today is, I'm not going to get into the politics of gun control and gun rights because either way you lose the conversation.
But he's not convinced that Campus Guardian Angel is the answer.
To suggest that somebody's going to be setting blocks or states away operating a drone like you're playing a game on an Xbox may sound good. It may sound attractive. It may sound like, wow, high tech, we're going to do this. But it's unproven. It's something that some states have shaken loose some money for to test the theory. But schools aren't guinea pigs, and shouldn't be guinea pigs, and we shouldn't be testing hypothetical, unproven types of far out ideas just because it sounds good or because the technology's out there and people have good intentions. There's no evidence that this would actually work as described in a real active assailant incident.
Rather, what schools need isn't necessarily something on the cutting edge of technology, Trump says.
As one principal said it best, he says, what I really need are cameras that work and more bodies, more adults to help me supervise this campus. He didn't ask for drones.
For now, Campus Guardian Angel keeps pitching his system to more schools across the country. What schools are currently doing is clearly not working 100% of the time, and that gap is exactly what's driving industry solutions like this one. The technology can only truly prove itself during an actual school shooting, and if it works even once, every school district in America may want it. Yet as long as America's gun laws remain what they are, stopping shooters and preventing them may both be necessary, and neither may ever be enough.